Mark Golding blows up Andrew Holness's $11.4 billion housing scheme. And the internet is in flames. In this explosive video, we break down the JLP versus PNP war over Jamaica's housing crisis with shocking receipts, broken promises, and brutal clapbacks. Holness promised 70,000 houses, but according to Golding and Dayton Campbell, it's all one big political scam. Watch as we uncover the 40 million house controversy, why the 70,000 homes promise is under fire, who's really telling the truth about Jamaica's housing plan, and how this battle could swing the next general election. Don't miss the drama, the receipts, and the full meltdown. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Jamaican political drama and corruption exposés. What if I told you both the Prime Minister and the opposition leader, Mark Golding, are promising to fix Jamaica's housing crisis, but only one of them might be bluffing? And by the end of this video, you will see receipts, drama, and a political chess match that could shake the next election. Stay tuned. The housing crisis nobody wants to own. Now, picture this. You're young Jamaican hustling hard and still can't afford a proper roof over your head. Welcome to the Housing Hell 876, a place where policies get promised and dreams go missing. Prime Minister Andrew Holness stepped up to the mic recently and basically said, "We don't trust the PNP. They're promising flying horses." Translation: Golding's affordable housing plan is a fantasy novel. But Golding, he didn't just clap back. He brought charts, receipts, and 9 years of broken promises. "You failed to deliver," said Golding. Holness versus Golding, clash of the housing titans. Now here's where the drama ignites. Holness, after 9 years in power, claims the JLP's housing policies are realistic, practical, and thoughtful. But when you dig into numbers, the JLP promised 70,000 homes by 2025. Know how many have actually been built? Just 7,950 NHT homes this term. That's not underperformance. That's housing malpractice. Mark Golding smells blood in the water. He dropped receipts from the NHT's 2023 to 2024 report, showing a 90% miss on construction targets. 90%, very high. 90% is a lot. So they only bill, what, 10%? Wow. And then he hit Holness where it hurts by accusing the JLP of using the NHT like a piggy bank, draining $11.4 billion a year. PNP's billion-dollar bet. So what's Golding cooking up? $1 billion young owners fund aimed at first-time home buyers under 35. Each person gets $500,000, no strings attached. The PNP says 10,000 youth could benefit each term. But wait, there's more. A rent-to-own program, no insurance for low-income borrowers, and even a policy to exclude land value from NHT housing prices, cutting costs by up to $3 million. You heard that right. According to Campbell, HAJ is selling 2-bedroom houses for 30 to 40 million, while private developers offer the same for 18 to 20 million. Who's the real hustler here? Look like a government a hustle, and them a hustle one extra 12 or 10 million. The government building houses that is way more expensive than private developers is a red flag, because the two of them are build the same 2-bedroom, but the government 12 or 10 million dollar more expensive than the private man. Big red flag. That no make no sense. Is this a genuine housing plan or just another election gimmick? Comment scam if you think we're being tricked. Comment real if you still still believe? Who's telling the truth? Now here's my expert breakdown. Let's break this down like a political analyst. The JLP's strength: real houses have been delivered, and Holness is right. Major projects take serious time. The JLP's weakness: they've under-delivered by over 80% on their promises. That's not a good look. The PNP's strength: ambition, youth targeted, and attacking JLP where it hurts. Broken promises. The PNP's weakness: unproven, and as Holness warned, we've been here before with Operation Pride, a housing plan that turned into an infrastructure nightmare. So who's bluffing? That's still up for debate. But one thing is clear: Jamaica's housing crisis has officially entered election war mode. Holness promised 70,000 homes. Golding says it's a scam. Who do you believe? Drop a comment. JLP or PNP? Let's talk the truth. One party has the receipts, the other has the record. But the real question is, who do you trust to build your future? And if an election is called tomorrow, will housing be the deal breaker that flips Jamaica red or green? Let's just say this drama isn't over yet. Here's a summary of the highlights and the key points. Holness calls PNP plan a flying horse fantasy. JLP delivered only 7,950 homes versus 70,000 promised. PNP proposes $1 billion Young Owners Fund. Rent to own, no insurance. Dayton Campbell slams HAJ for overpriced houses. Operation Pride Pass still haunts housing debate. Housing crisis could be the next election's game changer. Warning: some people really believe Holness delivered 70,000 homes. If you've seen one, just one, comment where and when. If you want more raw, unfiltered political breakdowns from someone who is not afraid to say it like it is, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment with your take, and make sure you share this with every Jamaican you know still renting a one-bedroom for 80,000 a month. And remember, in Jamaica, politics isn't a game, it's a war with microphones. Is this the biggest political lie since the last election? Comment with the biggest lie you've ever heard from a Jamaican politician. So we see Golding make a strategic election move to target the youth under 35, which is good because the PM already have the ears of the youth. Yes, the JLP already win over the youth. So now the PNP time to try win them over to them voter base, because the PNP feel like that so far. Zane? Cool. So what Marky G basically has said, 2,000 young people are going to benefit per year, resulting in 10,000 will benefit in one term. Now the PM they don't make that fly. PM Holness basically has said, oi, a Nancy story man I tell you, fairy tale fantasy man I sell you, that unrealistic. Them can't say anything because them not in a power. Them only say this for getting a power. So the PNP go dig up all of the receipts them from in the past from 2020 when the PM did promise say him a go build the 70,000 homes by 2025. So had the PM did not take a shot at the PNP's housing plans, the PNP wouldn't dig up all of the receipts and come for the Prime Minister on housing so aggressive. You get me? Marky G, this is a real transformational policy. You find it. Everything else what you did I say before this never make no sense. Well, never make no sense to me. So let me just put that out there. I don't want nobody to come for me. At this I want you connect, because as you said this, it resonate with me. But everything else what you did I say before, me never did I feel it. It never make no sense. You see me? But this, yeah, this is it. I eat this. You're finding. the real reason why the Prime Minister shoot down the PNP idea of giving 2,000 young people and turn them into homeowners every year over the first term, where equal 10,000 young people are going to become homeowners, is because that's an excellent idea. That's a great campaign strategy to campaign on. That is actually revolutionary. That is actually life-changing. At them the policy there, we did a look for Marky G for morning. Something we are going to be meaningful. Something that will genuinely impact Jamaican lives in a positive way. Something that are going to change Jamaican lives in a positive way. So the JLP wish them did come up with that the idea there. Because even something as simple as this would make the JLP win the election clean. Just think about it for a second. 2,000 young people under 35 I get the chance to own their own home. That's 10,000 young people by the end of the 5-year first term. Come on. Of course the young people are going to vote for you. The thing about elections is you have to know how to connect with people on an emotional level. You have to know how to reach the people with real transformational policies. This way in just say something we can connect to and something we can relate to, because I understand the importance of home ownership, how important home ownership is. So you can come on the election platform and you do your campaign, but if we are saying meaningful and you know connect with people's real needs, we're not talking about want, we're talking about real needs. We are going to change their life changing. If you're not come with them the policy there, me don't want to hear what you say. Because when me own my own home, I actually can now create generational wealth. Me can use me owning my own home as a springboard to pass down something to my bloodline, to my children. So owning property and owning your own home is the first step in actually creating and transferring generational wealth and pass it down to your picnic them. Well, that's the way the rich and wealthy people do. So Dayton Campbell did that in a sentence, and he must say the PNP government would build 50,000 low-income houses valued at 10 million or less. Almost sounds too good to be true. Presently, Campbell say the government sell house for $40 million for 1 2-bedroom. Meanwhile, the private developer build the same 2-bedroom for 18 million or 20 million. Meanwhile, the HAJ, that is the housing agency of Jamaica in Runaway Bay, building the same 2-bedroom house for 30 million. So the question where Campbell basically did ask is, how comes the government build house more expensive than the private developer? Because that is a real good question now. Campbell said that could never happen under the PNP party. This is something we want to know. You see, when NHT build houses, whatever the house costs, if it costs 30 million, half of it, just know say 15 million out of that I go to NHT administrative cost. So that is why the house them where NHT build so damn expensive. And you say, but this a little 2-bedroom here where you can hardly spin in at the matches box, don't worth $30 million. You not even have land space for your picnic them play upon. If me get $30 million, me can buy one nice quarter acre, build a nice house with whole heap of yard space for me picnic them run up in and play comfortably. Then can play a nice little skimmage in the backyard with the amount of space where you have on quarter acre. And you can build a nice upstairs house with at least 1 6-bedroom comfortably. You can get an 8-bedroom easily, and it now cost you 30 million if you build your own home with the 30 mil. Me not ask nobody that. So we need to find a way to get rid of the NHT as the housing administrator. Them are the reason why the house are damn expensive, because half of what the house costs are go to them in administrative fees and cost. So if a 40 million, 20 million are go towards the NHT, that no make no sense. Make that make sense. Uno not help people. This is not how uno help uno people, uno taxpayers, and so uno help them. Only real Jamaicans will understand the level of disrespect in this video. Tag a friend who needs to see this and tell us what part made your jaw drop.